man, what is going on? What is going on? You already know who the fuck I am. I'm your boy, Warren G, in the place B. Been clowns like a free since 2003, meaning, nigga, you can't finesse me. Man, I'm my bad. I was on there. I'm looking at the motherfucking stock, man. I be trading these options and shit. Nigga, I need my motherfucking money. But anyway, so anybody that know how to trade options, I started learning how to trade the options. It's not bad. I'm a little pissed off at Apple right now. God damn. Apple was doing good, and I look up and they had me fucked up like a son of a bitch. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. If you are there, I got nothing but love for you. Just like the 5 Heartbeats. Shout out to, again, Shawnee, Erica. I feel like I feel like I'm talking to y'all. I know it's probably other people that listen. And that's fine, but for the most part, I like having good conversation with y'all. I'm reading this Grandmother's Hair. It's a very, very good book. So there's things that I have my own take on it, but for the most part, now the author's starting to kind of, tie the two ends together about white body supremacy and black bodies and how they view us and shit like that. So it's getting pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what my next book is going to be. I did just get my book about the Merovingians. This will be my second book reading about them because The Matrix is coming out. So I'm very interested to read about that. And the Merovingian, those are real royal families, the Franks. So go check up on that. I got Tariq Nasheed's book coming in sometime this week too. Yeah, man, I've been on an ordering spree, man, because I've been behind. I haven't really been ordering books. And then I got to get back on my history. I don't know if I'm going to go into slave history again. Slave history is so hard to read sometimes because you just get irritated. But anyway, we're going to get into that today. That's going to bring me to my subject of You're Black First. I'm going to tie it into the Core Plantation. The reason why I say You're Black First is because a lot of people have a tendency to go to these corporate plantations and they think because they are maybe biracial. Is that what we call it now, biracial? We just say mixed. Biracial, that somehow they know how to fit in with the white people. And then when they get around black people, it's, oh, what's up, my nigga? Nah. And that's why it brings me to my point of our brother, Jussie Smollett. We're going to get into that shit. This is going to go real fast, man, because I got other shit I got to do. I got to make sure I get my sister, her CMOS in another state. I'll be mailing it out, so you know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, that's a whole nother subject. Get your CMOS in your life, too, man. If not, go into myodrodherbs.com. This is a black herbalist. I put my brother onto it. But you know how niggas are. We all the same. My brother was like, wait, hold on. If you spent this much money and I spent this much money, I need to go find out where this nigga at. This nigga making some money. You know how we are. We will count niggas' money for real. But, yeah, man, go, spend some money with a black business. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Annie's Kitchen. Very, very good food. Them motherfucking hot links, and I know I shouldn't be eating them. I know I shouldn't be eating the hot links. God damn, the motherfuckers so good. God damn, I fuck with them. But, yeah, man, let's get our reading on and let's start getting back into what we know best, and that is knowledge of self and knowing who we are. And we about to get into the subject right now, man. Hey. Yeah, man. It's so funny, man. You see your girl Ghislaine Maxwell pleaded not guilty. Now, how you gonna plead not guilty when these bitches done named you as the prime suspect in trafficking the little kids? But you talking about not guilty. Cause boy, that's how they are, man. They don't believe they don't commit any type of infraction. If it is an infraction, they just rewrite the rules. You know what I'm saying? And it brings me to my point of the Jussie Smollett thing. See, now Jussie Smollett was talking about he was the gay Tupac and doing all this sucker shit. Now these niggas done turn on his ass, and his ass about to go to prison. And all that motherfucking gay Tupac shit gonna go out the window, nigga. You gonna really have your pussy all in the air and all this bullshit. See, this is what I mean about y'all niggas need to stop claiming that alphabet community and start claiming this community first. Cause this is the community that's really gonna have your back. Not that alphabet community, cause you know it's crickets now. Where they at? They know where to be found. And see, them white people like, oh, we gonna get you, nigga. Cause you tried to make a fool out of us. We getting your ass. And then you see Don Lemon was involved in it too. Don Lemon always got his moist hands all over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that we need to understand and learn. You know what I mean? Even when I read the untold story of Una Judge or Jeremiah Hamilton, or Henrietta Woods. When you think about those stories, especially Jeremiah Hamilton, it's like you had to be on the same page. You had to be on the same page with each other. But right now, it doesn't even matter because you have so many Sambos. That's why it takes me back to that time when I told you I was at this basketball game and I saw this older sister arguing with this kid. He was a kid. And she was like accusing him of stealing, and he for the most part kept his composure and was like, what do I have to steal from you for? I'm just over here looking to see what the fuck that was, but I don't need to steal nothing. But what she did was get loud and aggressive, and it looks so childish, and it's the intrinsic value that we lack. See, if you don't have it in yourself, you're not gonna have it in nobody else. That's why sometimes it's good when you get ready to get into an argument with somebody that's melanated, just walk away, man. It ain't even no need to be arguing. I can see you getting your point across, but arguing and doing all that, that's goofy sucker shit to me. Because, like I said before, she attempted to go get this white man, and he didn't really say nothing, but he was just looking at both of them like, look at these dumbass niggas arguing. And I feel like that's what goes on a lot of the times. We feel like we want to impose power and authority over another motherfucker. I've been in a situation like that where a motherfucker was like, oh, I don't want this person to lose their job. And I'm looking at this nigga like, nigga, your ass is finna be the fuck up out of here too. And then when they was like, all right, nigga, you got to go too. Then the nigga, fuck this job. No, but it's like, nigga, you don't have any power. That's fake. You've been taking too many blue pill smoothies. And sometimes you just got to get away from people like that assume they have some type of authority over another melanated person. Now, and a lot of our foundational black Americans, man, wake up, man, start reading. Have intrinsic value in yourself. I get it. You want nice things. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. Have the nice things and enjoy them. Like I said, I seen a brother with a fresh ass truck. I said, man, that's a tight truck, bro. And he was just like, oh, shout out to Erica. Erica, man, you already know what it is. Florida in the building, stand up. But I think it was weird for me to even give him a compliment. And I'm like, man, that's a tight ass truck. I don't hate on shit like that. Anybody that's been around me, if a motherfucker working hard and they feel like they can do it, then they can do it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we spend more time trying to dissect people's path instead of worried about constructing our own path. And a lot of the times within our path, we don't even want to identify that we are black first. All that other shit that come along with it is just a formality. But you're black first because you can't walk around. That's what I don't like about the alphabet community. No diss, but a lot of y'all are bereft of knowledge. Y'all misinformed, man. A lot of them motherfuckers over there are misinformed. If you black, you misinformed. If you claim that alphabet community before you claiming black, you're super misinformed. Because they don't give a fuck about you being, you can say that shit all you want. But if you a nigga, you melanated, nigga, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. And they don't give a flying fuck about all this other shit you got going on, because that is no concern of theirs. And that's the problem in today's society. We'll claim everything but black until it's convenient for us. You know what I mean? We'll watch other racial groups poke and make fun at black folk and always ask these stupid ass questions about why do black people talk this way, or why do, you know. And see, me now, it's so funny, man. Because you don't have to hit them with an educated answer. You can just look at people. Your energy gives it all. But I can tell you now, motherfucker know not to ask me that, because I'm really quick to be like, no matter how black folk act in this country, we're not immigrants. We were here before everyone. We built this country for free. What are you doing here? Then a motherfucker gonna leave you alone. That should always be your... Matter of fact, you don't even have to say none of the other shit. You could just say, I can't speak for every black person of why they may act a certain way, but what are you doing here? Because if you're not foundational black American, you're an immigrant. So what are you doing here? Oh, you're here for free land, wealth, and resources. That's what you're here for. Because you're not here for anything else. I'm tired of people talking about they came to this country for a better life. And it's like, wait, hold on. But you didn't build shit over here. You didn't put in on this, man. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's why I feel like while we over here fighting each other, they just sit back and get the popcorn. Because you have Sambo, Mammy, Uncle Tom, Steven from Django, telling about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd motherfuckers, like Jesse Moyset, talking about he the gay Tupac and all this bullshit. Now they on your black ass, nigga. And now you finna see that all that sucker shit that you was doing is about to go out the window while Kyle Rittenhouse out there talking shit about LeBron. Yeah, fuck you too, LeBron. See, this is a white boy that was just crying on the stage. Not guilty. Now the motherfucker like, yeah, fuck you, LeBron. That's how they really feel. Because they know this system works for them. And then all the white people that was interviewing him, they was all suspected white supremacists, laughing, talking shit about LeBron and all this other shit. That's why I'm telling y'all motherfuckers, man, they only see you as a figurehead for sports. If you ain't got no basketball in your hand and no football, they don't really want you around either. Because you're there for their entertainment. That's why you're here. As Tommy Hilfiger told Nas, what are you doing on this boat, on this yacht? Are you like performing or something? Because nigga, that nigga don't associate black athletes and rappers and entertainers with making money moves. They associate you with being a dumb nigga that's gonna run out of your money eventually. That's why it's very important and very imperative that, hey man, you start looking and reading and seeing what the fuck is going on. It's funny, I saw this thing on Twitter. My man, shout out to No Compromise too, but this other brother, No Compromise, I retweeted. I know you probably saw it. This motherfucker put on there, that shit had me dying. He was like, it's so funny how Congress and everybody can pass all these laws for immigrants, but when it comes to black people, it's like, you don't even know what the fuck going on. Well, that's done by design. It's called benign neglect. Everybody know what that is. That's what everybody get for talking about, man. We gotta get Trump up out of there. Yeah, nigga, don't fuck with the Republicans or the Democrats. Fuck with whoever's gonna do what's best for your people. So quid pro quo, something for something. What we getting out the deal? Leverage your vote. Now motherfuckers wishing they would have leveraged their vote. You don't even know where the fuck Kamala Harris is at. You ain't seen Kamala Harris. You know what's going on. It's so many people quitting her staff because they starting to see this is a bunch of bullshit. That's what y'all get. Now watch, when these Republicans take back over, the Democrats gonna go back and they gonna get Jay-Z and all these athletes and all these other motherfuckers with the exception of Kanye because he don't fuck with the Democrats. And they gonna have clown ass, big head ass, we're just ordinary people. That non-singing motherfucker, he get on my nerves too. I agree with Kanye. Whatever the Democrat Party tell him to say, he the main nigga doing that shit. I be wanting to jump through the TV and just be like, nigga, okay, nigga, you won off the ordinary people. You ain't got to be doing all the other Sambo shit. Get the music for that, nigga, for real. But I feel like a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, even at the court plantation, man, it's cool to laugh and joke, you know what I'm saying? But, man, don't take that shit literally where you trying to outwork everybody and stretch yourself out, man. Fuck that, nigga. I got enough gray hairs. Nigga, I don't need to be stressing myself out trying to compete because of this social stratification. Because they want to have everybody on some bullshit talking about, oh, well, such and such is doing this, and this is the hot man. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead. If you look at most corporate plantations and how they're structured, it's just like Hollywood. It's just like the NBA. Look at all those. Look at the owners. Look at the people that are in charge. They look old, frail, and fucked up because their bodies can't deal with stress like black folks can. You know what I'm saying? We can endure a whole lot of pain compared to every other racial group, and that's why when you look at the totality of things, especially in the United States of America Incorporated, we need to start teaching about generational wealth, life insurance policies, things that need to be put in place. So, man, if you do leave this earth and join the ancestors, you're not just leaving people with a whole bunch of bills. Trust me. At first, I was like, well, what the fuck? I need life insurance. Fuck these niggas. I'm gone. But then I'm like, damn, that'd be fucked up if somebody did that to me, because I know what it is. And I've experienced it. Your loved one passed away and ain't no life insurance, ain't nothing. Everybody got to put their fucking pennies together, and that's bullshit too. And that's what we need to be learning and talking about. Especially at these court plantations, when you politic with people, politic about the right shit. Don't be politicking about, man, I'm trying to move up and be a supervisor. Okay, if you black, you want to be a supervisor, cool. Open the gate for all the other niggas that need to come through if that's what you want to do. But if you just want to be a supervisor so you can have authority over people, imaginary authority over people, then man, go ahead and do that. But if you're not trying to open the door for your fellow people, then what the fuck are you doing it for? That's like Harriet Tubman getting away and like, fuck those niggas, I ain't never coming back. No, Harriet Tubman like, nah, nigga, we gotta get as many people as the fuck out as we possibly can. You have to condition people that here, man, let me taper off that blue pill. Let me start, implementing this red pill so we can awaken that mind of yours so you can understand this shit is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Hey, I don't claim to know shit. I don't even know, not even a fraction of what most people do, but I can tell you this. Before I started reading anything, I used to always question shit like, well, how I gotta do that? You know what I'm saying? I remember at this court plantation, motherfucker tried to tell me and this other dude, yeah, man, you gotta take notes. And I was like, why? Like, I'm an auditory learner, so I like to just listen. I can learn that way. Well, just take notes. But for what, though? And the motherfucker couldn't give me no answer. That was just so to kiss ass and politic with his boss. Well, you're not a man. To me, in my personal opinion, and when I mean you're not a man of your own thinking. Because if you really understood what life was about, you know everybody learns differently and interprets things differently. And perception is people's reality. So it doesn't matter what a black person does to gain the trust in favor of white people. Most white people gonna look at you as a dumbass nigga. And if they do view you as somebody that's intelligent, they're threatened by you in the first fucking place. That's why I had this conversation with one of these sisters at the court plantation, and this shit was funny. I didn't take nothing by it. I'm older, you know, but she was like, she was like, this is what she said. She was just like, oh man, you know, how come you're not going to school? Or, you know, and I started laughing. She was like, why you laughing? I was like, let me tell you something, man. Let me put you up on the game. I know a man at the corporate plantation who got a master's degree and report to a motherfucker that's white with no fucking degree. That's a fact. And this nigga got a master's degree. So you preaching to the motherfucking choir with that go get a degree bullshit. Now, if you want to go get a degree, man, go ahead and do that. I want my brothers and sisters to be educated and get that. Hey, man, I'm not saying don't do it. But when you start speaking from a point of condescension, that's what separates us too. Now, of course, this sister was a non-foundational black American. So, you know, they view us as like, well, why don't you get your education, all this other stuff? And I be looking and I'm like, and I'm not trying to diss this or nothing, but I'm looking at her situation and I'm like, yeah, because I'm going to get another job and such. And where she live is really expensive. It's not in Las Vegas, Nevada. And where she lives is really expensive. And I'm like, you're trading time for money. You're going to have gray hairs before you even be at it. Like, you going to have a head full of gray hair. And you're going to have bags under your eyes like me when you wake up in the morning. But your bag's going to be all day long. Mine's dissipate after a while. You know what I mean? She was like, why you say that? I was like, because you're trading time for money. That's the problem. They got everybody socially conditioned like, oh, if you don't have a degree, nothing. You know how many motherfucking white people I know at a corporate plantation right now that ain't got no degree, and they over hundreds of people? Like I used to say this. Oh, I'm the manager of janitorial services. Have you ever cleaned a toilet before? What's a toilet? That's exactly who you'll be reporting to. But motherfuckers think that somehow, some way in this infrastructure of the matrix, the corporate plantation, that if you get that education, somehow white folk are just gonna honor it. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. It's who you know. When you go to college, you better make connections. You better start talking to the people that's there and seeing if you can get in where you can fit in. Because if you think, and I'm just speaking from my perspective, everybody may have a different opinion, but if you think that corporate plantation passport is gonna somehow make them see you as equal so then they can open the door for you, man, nigga, you sadly fucking mistaken. Cause I've seen it happen 1,000 times. And if every time it would blow my mind like, man, I've seen niggas have these degrees and they sitting at their little cubicle. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be laughing because they used to try to tell me what to do. And I'm like, then you go back years later, them niggas still at that cubicle. You ain't moved up, nigga, because this is not what it is. This is not designed for you. I don't care. You're right, Bob. Bob, you're right. That joke is funny, especially about the part where you said you were fucking my mom. That type of shit. That's the type of shit that you got to do. And that still ain't going to get you nowhere. You still going to be at a subpar level with them because their goal is not to eradicate the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice, because as nearly full of junior teachers, they would have done it already. They can, man, let me tell you something. White supremacists, they can wake up tomorrow and be like, all right, man, we giving black folk reparations. Ain't no more white supremacy, none of that shit. They gonna be equal and we gonna see how it go. They could do it in a heartbeat, but you know what it would do? All these immigrants that's been talking shit about niggas, now where they gonna be? Because a lot of immigrants, they love to come over here and tell us how they came over here with $1 in their pocket and they built the empire. First of all, you're a fucking freeloader. If you really want to get technically speaking, you're a fucking freeloader. You didn't build this country and you're over here trying to collect unearned benefits. So you're a fucking freeloader, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us. And if you don't like it, oh the fuck well. There's a lot of shit that I don't like about history. One of them is us building this shit for free. But that's something that's undeniable. It's the inevitable. Go watch The Matrix. It is purpose that drives us. Purpose that guides us. So you have to have your own purpose. But within your purpose, you gotta know who you are. See, I bet you motherfuckers like Jesse Smollett, Moistet, man, you better stop that shit. You better be like, look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, I'm black first. I know about all this LBGT shit, but I'm black first. And people see me as a black man first. Because you wouldn't know what I was until I told you. But you're gonna know who I am by the color of my skin. That's why motherfuckers always want to go with their nationality when it's convenient for them. You be like, oh, you black. I'm not black, I Dominican. They go with their nationality real quick. I'm not black, I Puerto Rican. I be like, okay, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not black, I'm Ghanaian. I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. I'm not black. And then when it's about black folk, then here everybody come. You know, us black niggas gotta stick together. I just be looking like I said, man, I worked around people like that before, and they only concern themselves with you when they want to be bothered and it's beneficial for them. And that's fine, because that shit don't bother me. This is what bothers me, is our identity of what we need to identify as black. Stop identifying as every other thing that they gave you. We have to narrow it down. Native black, as Dr. Claude Anderson calls it. Foundational black American, as Tariq calls it. You need to use those terms, because what they do is they throw you with the broad and ambiguous terms, the curveballs, as Dr. Claude Anderson calls it, people of color, minorities. Nigga, a minority is a white woman. Motherfuckers don't even know that. That's a minority. A minority is Kamala Harris. A minority is the nigga selling you the squishies at 7-Eleven. A minority is that Indian motherfucker on 90 Day Fiance. Submit. That motherfucker. That's a minority. So you don't want to identify as them, because then they give the money to that minority and say, oh, we did something for black people. We gave it to the minorities. They're like, oh, well, hold on, nigga. You ain't give shit to us. So it's like, who do you identify with? And if you do identify with black, is it all the time, or is it when it's just convenient for you, or when somebody's being racist and then you want to use it for your tool to get out of certain situations because you can use it to benefit you? Like Rachel Dolezal, this bitch want to be black, but then she was writing them schools trying to get grants for white people. Well, I'm white and I need this grant. Motherfuckers don't know that. That's what that bitch get. Then the bitch thought she was gonna blow up. Then she got outed. Then she thought she was gonna write a book and blow up. And then the bitch, nah, bitch, you ain't making no money. Go sit your ass down. Cause nigga can't wake up one day and say, I identify as white. They gonna be like, yeah, right, nigga. And then they gonna be laughing. Tom, did you hear that nigger saying he identifies as one of us? Not with that nigger skin. That type of bullshit. But anyway, man, that is my time. That's it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Hey, man, go check out the motherfucking Ghislaine Maxwell trial. The bitch said she was not guilty. R. Kelly said he was not guilty too. But you see where that nigga's at. Now let's see where this white bitch gonna be at. Remember that. Keep that same energy with them other motherfuckers that was at Pedophile Island too. Not just R. Kelly. And let's see everybody else get a RICO charge too, like R. Kelly's crew did. Hey, man, if you're up here making excuses for Ghislaine Maxwell, but talking about R. Kelly should be in prison, and you know, sometimes it just got to be like that. You're a Sambo Coon, Mammy, telling about the gun line, Haywood Shepherd, Stephen from Django, and I don't fuck with you. Shout out to Dom, my nigga. Dom, man, I got to get up with that nigga too, man. Everybody out there, you already know what it is. Tasha, you know what it is too. And for all y'all out there that's not studying, I don't know what to tell you, but for you that's not studying, guilty nigga, I don't fuck with you. Peace. I'm out.